Hopefully you saw my video yesterday. It was about my motives in this whole Lost Arts Radio project and what I want to accomplish, what I want from you, which is mainly for you to be open to new ideas and maybe use the valuable ones in your life. That's what I'm really after. To me, that's totally selfish, because I'd feel good if I could make a contribution to your feeling better and better quality of life. But the other thing is to help contribute to the world not going off the cliff like the global rulers want to push it right now. One of the programs they're doing to accomplish the destruction is geoengineering, also known as chemtrails. And after yesterday's video, I was talking to a friend named Russ Tanner, great man who's got a site called globalskywatch.com that you could take a look at. It's a really interesting site, highly educational, lots of good documentaries and video evidence of the spraying going on. Here where I'm standing today in northern Arizona, it's a totally crystal clear day, except the whole sky is obscured by chemtrail residues. I've been watching it come out of the airplane trails and spread over the sky. That's not normal clouds. Hopefully you know all about that. But the point of the video today is not to remind you that chemtrails are real. You know that. Hopefully you know that. I want to remind you that all the real health information that's being violently suppressed in America and most of the world includes the information on natural means that you can use to raise your immunity to these unnatural assaults, including the chemtrails, the EMF pollution and things like that. And it's critically important for you to know about every tool that you can use to help yourself withstand these assaults, so you don't have to get chemtrail flu and chemtrail headaches and sore throats and breathing problems and all the things they want you to get from the chemtrails and blame it on, I don't know, germs or genetics or some nonsense like that. We know it's coming from that, but what I've also found out is that the body has immense resistance even to these unnatural things. And I want to share with you what I've learned for how you can activate that if you'd like to use it. I first ran into some of these old health teachings in 1975, although I had some experience before that, long before that. But in 1975, I ran into a book called The Essene Gospel of Peace, Volume 1. Highly recommend that you read that. You don't even have to buy it. You can just go online, type in Essene Gospel of Peace, Volume 1 or Book 1 PDF, and it'll come up for free and you can read it right there. So I remembered those ideas from long ago, and I spent the next 40 years really working on adapting them to how to use them for our modern environment, where, you know, 2,000 years ago I don't think they were worried about chemtrails. They at least didn't have them in their current environment. It was a lot different situation. They had toxins, but it was really different. So I changed those tools a little bit, adapted them to how you can use them now, because I'd like you to be able to feel strong and healthy and not worry about aging or degeneration or infectious disease or chemtrail residue. So I mentioned these things are highly suppressed, violently suppressed, with murder of doctors and that sort of thing in the United States and elsewhere. And all you're supposed to know about is drug medicine. You're supposed to get addicted to all these medical drugs, which might cover up your bad feeling for a little while, but they make you much worse in the long run. Some brilliant doctors have spoken out about that. Some of them have been killed. Anyway, after the drugs do enough damage, then they start cutting out organs and say, that's really going to make you feel great. And then that gets worse, and they start fusing your spine and stuff like that, which always works to make you feel much worse than before and take away your mobility and energy. There's a whole other world of available options, and I've spent decades putting a lot of them together, connected with my study of the power structure running the world and what they intend to do to us, what they are doing, including chemtrails and chemical farming and GMOs and drug medicine and all the banking cartels and fake education, fake science, which has devolved into another religion. I put all that together, and I want to share it with you. So in order to do it the most freely, I've made a special private environment called Planetary Healing Club. I want to invite you personally to take a look at it. You can find out about access to it at lostartsradio.com/club. Look at the link below the video too, it should be there. And it's not totally free. It does cost about $10 for a month, but all the money goes to our nonprofit that we set up with the idea to build a school where all these things can actually be demonstrated and experienced firsthand. I really want to do that. I mean, my personal selfish motive is, besides seeing you get better and that making me feel better too, I want to build this place, and then I want to live there and run it and make sure it stays clear and is helping as many people in the world as possible. And health is just the first step. It's a big step, because if you don't have that, you're not going to like your life too much compared to how it would be if you were feeling normal. I know some tools I want to share with you for that. So go to the club for that. But our deeper motive, if we can build this, when we can build the school, sorry, it will happen, is that once your health is clear and you're no longer worried about aging or degeneration or infectious disease or all these other unnatural things running around, then you can start doing the real work, which is the next level. And you know how bad cell towers are and all the other transmitters of microwave weaponized frequencies like smart meters and cell phones and NextRad systems and HARP and all that junk. The secret is that you're the opposite of a cell tower and a very strong transmitter. But you can only transmit what you receive, and to learn to do that takes some focus. And if you get your health taken care of first, it becomes a lot easier. And I can tell you from having made all the mistakes along the way and corrected them, and I have a lot to share with you. So if you can get in the club, lostartsradio.com/club, that's the best way, because I can talk to you interactive in the ongoing chat in the weekly meeting, and we can talk about your personal situation and which information you could actually use to maybe radically transform it for the better. If you don't want to be in the club, I'm going to try to make as many of these free videos for you as I possibly can, and hope that that will be of help to you and you can put them to use. Also, we'll be posting things on the website, all kinds of educational videos on and articles on lostartsradio.com/club, and we'll be initiating other projects too. But the cutting edge stuff is going to be in the club, because it's safer for me to talk openly about it in that, so in name at least, private environment. We know everything is spied on, but if it's officially just for members, mutual consent for you to hear this information, I can say things that are a little bit more delicate for me to say in these free videos. So I've given you a lot of hints. You don't have to suffer with chemtrail residues if you raise your resistance, raise your health, detox your body. There are some great herbs out there, but they're symptomatic, and I'm going to talk to you about much deeper stuff, lifestyle details that you need to upgrade, and the doctor's not going to tell you. So I suggest you meet me there. And if you can't do that for some reason, I'll keep doing the free videos as much as I can, and I'll say the amount of it that I can say on that. Take care of yourself. The bottom line is you're a lot stronger than you are being told. You can resist these things. We can hold off the bad effects of the chemtrail, EMF, and a lot of the chemical sensitivity stuff. We're stronger than that. But you have to know the steps to activate that resistance. And I've learned a lot of them. And they do have side effects, though. For example, the aging process starts reversing. You don't get sick from infectious diseases. Stop worrying about microorganisms, side effects like that. But if you're willing to risk those things, then you might want to join me. I hope you do. And if so, I'll see you next Saturday. Thanks.